Hey everyone, it's Albie. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought that I would do sort of a quick reader reacts to Mr. Malcolm's List. I'm actually going to bring it up on my tablet right now. I have talked about this book a good bit on my channel. It was one of my favorite reads from 2021. And it even says on the little blurb that it is soon to be a major motion picture. And I was excited for it. This is a really traditional, in my opinion, historical romance. It is a clean romance, so there is little to no spice that I remember at all in this book. So it is written more so in that Jane Austen type of way, which I enjoy as well. It's not so wordy where it kind of goes over the modern head, but to me this feels as if it is sort of trying to be like an Austen novel. So if you've read Jane Austen or you really like the movies or something and you can watch the movies and understand it perfectly well, then this isn't going to be hard to read for yourself. I don't want to like oversell the book as being like hard to read or anything, but it is, I would say it's written a little more like an Austen novel than your typical like historical over here. But this is Mr. Malcolm's List by Suzanne Allman. And I really did like this book. It was 5 stars. And so I'm going to do a romance reader reacts and watch the trailer. So hopefully no copyright. So let me get this going. Alright, it's supposed to be loading. We'll see. My Wi-Fi was down yesterday, so it might take a second. Alright, of course there's a 15-second ad, so I'll just try to ad-lib. So, like I said, I think I talked about this book. If you've read To the Viscount Who Loved Me, and remember that aspect of oh my gosh, what's his name? Anthony having the list for his perfect bride. This is almost the same thing. So let's look at this trailer. Let me get the volume up a little, and we're going to do some reactions.
Miss Thornton, it is common knowledge you have been cast into this world without fortune or prospects. It is my desire to have you as
we have Frida Pinto.
I am greatly honored by your offer, but I cannot accept.
This offer will not be extended a second time.
Third, actually.
Out of my way, idiot, please.
My dearest Selina, will you come visit me in London? I promise you will be well entertained. I need your assistance. There is a gentleman, Mr. Malcolm. He humiliated me. I then found out he had a list.
You have a list of qualifications for a bride.
I would love for Mr. Malcolm to receive the comeuppance he deserves. Plus, it could be rather fun. If we present you as the perfect woman that he discovered.
So, some differences I've already noticed from the book to the film adaptation is that Selina, even though she was the vicar's daughter, she didn't seem as like poor and downtrodden as they're sort of making her out to be in the film. In the film, she sort of was, I felt like she was at equals with everyone. And being a vicar's daughter, even though you're not like rich or anything, you're still a prestige because you're the minister's daughter. So no one's like gonna be super rude to you because they don't want to like burn in hell, so to speak. So I think that is a point to make. You really wouldn't be bullying or belittling the vicar's family because of how religion was structured at the time. You wouldn't really be talking smack. I don't think people would talk smack about ministers' children now, but I'm sure some do. So another difference I've noticed is, it isn't listed as their races or anything, which I think is a good thing, so that the film is able to do a much broader casting and have more inclusivity. So I really do like that. We have Frida Pinto as Selina, and then we have, I'm not sure the other actors, but it is more of a diverse cast, which I do like. So I'll start up some more of the
He
review.
does not meet the requirements on your list. That would be a perfect sort of poetic justice.
Based on the popular
Mr.
novel.
Malcolm, there's someone I want to introduce you to, Miss Selina Dalton.
I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. Perhaps you might join me for a tour of the picture gallery.
Most certainly have a reputation.
If
this description of me.
He was very impressed by her wit and humor.
I must be nearsighted.
May I assist?
Oh, there's a croquet scene as well.
Why did you come to London, Miss Dalton?
Because I was lonely.
I was lonely too before you came.
Your list is a shield. You do not want to give your heart to a woman unworthy. It gives us hope, and hope is a good thing.
Perhaps I am.
So I've also noticed that this story has a little more background characters. So in this story, it really focuses on Julia, Selena, and Mr. Malcolm, and like a few of their friends. This one has more of so the servants being a part of that, and sort of the upstairs downstairs motif, as well as like family members making acquaintances as well. So let's bring it up. Some really cool ball scenes. I don't remember these ball scenes as much. So it seems like it's going a little off from the book, but everything looks like improvement to fine. You know? Okay. And there we go. Mr. Malcolm's List. Very nice. So we have Frida Pinto, Sophie Drizu, Oliver Jackson Cohen, Ashley Park, who is from Emily in Paris. She plays Emily's best friend. And I think, is it Lawe or Zawe? I think it's a Z. Zawe Ashton. And, Theo James. From Mr. Pamuk from Downton Abbey. And then from, he's in The Time Teller's Wife on HBO now. And then he was in Divergent. He played the male lead. So that's pretty cool. I've noticed a lot more people are using the posters for Theo James, which he is not Mr. Malcolm. Or Mr. Malcolm in the book is, in the movie is African American. So I'm not sure why I see most people even like sponsored ads using Theo James. So it's a little interesting. Hopefully everything's okay with that. But yeah, that was my sort of Romance Reader Reacts. I have not seen the trailer before, but I absolutely love the story, and I do look forward to the movie as well. Let me know down below if you are going to see this movie, or have you read the book. Let me know. There is, I don't know if this is a sequel, but there is another book by Suzanne Almain out that I would like to read at some point. And like I said, I believe this film is rated PG, and the book, in my opinion, was G/PG. And a lot of times, it doesn't say on here, but I'm pretty sure it is PG. A lot of times, films that are G material, they like do a minor thing to make sure that their rating system gets them a PG, more so that people don't bring little kids to the film, because they don't want like noise, or they want people to know this isn't for like little kids. It's more like for people that want a clean movie. But yeah, I'm not sure why they don't just make it G. But like, take for example the 2005 Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley and all those people. It got a PG because it shows like an up close of the bulls or the pig's testicles. I gave it a PG. And then take for example 2020's Emma with Anya de Armas. No, not Anya de Armas. Anya Taylor-Joy from The Queen's Gambit. She plays Emma. And in that, they show Mr. Knightley's buttocks in a non-sexual way. He's just getting like dressed, changing his clothes because he sweated them out. But they did that just so we get a PG. So, yeah, I guess there's going to be something mild like that, probably to give it a PG, because this book, super, super G. So yeah, those are all my final thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as comment. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at I'll Be Reading Romance, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.